¿Cómo disfruto con esto, mi caracol?
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most frightening scenes in Netflix's smash hit Spanish horror films, The Platform and its prequel. Beware of spoilers.
El terror es el mensaje.
Number 10, The Kitchen, The Platform. As the first film opens, audiences might have wondered if they were really in for a scary ride. A refined overseer inspects lavish dishes as a violinist plays. It seems like a scene more akin to something in The Menu. The food in the movie was considered to be another character by director Galder Gaztelu Urrutia, and this is really its introduction. Suddenly, the film does a switcheroo as we arrive in the pit, and Trimagasi explains the nightmare situation to Goreng.
Hay tres clases de personas. Los de arriba, los de abajo, los que caen.
The high-end kitchen juxtaposed with the gray concrete platforms is jarring, setting us up for the bumpy ride to come. Number 9, Bharat's Nasty Surprise, The Platform. Goreng's third cellmate is Bharat, who has a plan to escape the pit now that he's on level 6 and has his trusty rope. Bharat speaks to the residents of level 5 to get their help in tying the rope so he can climb up. After some chit-chat about what god he follows, the couple agrees to Bharat's plan.
Está bien, echa la cuerda. Te ayudaremos. Dios, hermano, alabado sea el Señor.
However, just as he reaches the top, the woman suddenly bends over and hits him with a nasty surprise. Yikes! The gross action causes Bharat to lose his rope down the hole and nearly fall down after it.
¡Hijos de puta!
Number 8, Ramses II's Fate, The Platform. When entering the pit, the participants select an object to take with them.
El objeto puede ser un libro.
Puede ser lo que quiera.
Some chose entertainment like Goreng's book Don Quixote. Many bring weapons to defend themselves in the chaos.
Aquí han pedido de todo. Pistola, ballesta, navajas, linterna, palos de golf, bates de béisbol. Y hasta una bicicleta esta.
However, there are some very odd choices too. One inmate brought a surfboard to catch the concrete waves. Another brought an intimate mannequin, and another a hoard of money. But perhaps the most disturbing choice is Imogiri's. Having worked for the administration, she knew what the pit was about. Yet she went with her little dachshund, Ramses II.
Él solo te estaba dando la bienvenida, bestia.
As a result, it wasn't surprising when Miharu killed the pup, but it was still upsetting. Number 7, Bloody Final Battle, The Platform 2. The prequel introduces two factions in the pit, the Loyalists, who try to impose rules on food distribution, and the Barbarians, who eat whatever they can get.
Tienes derecho a que nosotros, los leales, protejamos tu plato. Sí. Y en eso estamos.
Pues como vosotros, los leales, lo hagáis todo igual, vamos a tener un problema.
After losing an arm to the brutal leader Dagan Babi, Perampuan defects to the Barbarians, and a violent battle ensues. Trimagasi accidentally takes the life of his own love interest. Everyone dies except for Perampuan and Trimagasi, who find a dying Dagan Babi. Perampuan then torments the baddie with a detailed plan to hurt him before he expires. Talk about awful last moments. Number 6, Trimagasi's Terrible Tale, The Platform. Every character has a different reason for being in the pit.
Vamos, hombre, cuéntamelo.
Goreng enters in exchange for a diploma. Imogiri has terminal cancer. Others are there as punishment for various crimes. When Trimagasi tells his tale, it seems amusing at first, until it takes a twisted turn.
Estaba en mi casa y en un anuncio salía un tipo barbudo con un afilador de cuchillo.
He bought a knife sharpener called a Samurai Max that he saw on an infomercial, only to then see an ad for a self-sharpening knife, the Samurai Plus, making his purchase pointless.
Salían el mismo tipo barbudo y las mismas amas de casa. ¿Y quieres saber qué anunciaban? Un puto cuchillo que no se desafila ni aunque cortes un ladrillo con él.
In a fury, he threw his TV through the window, which killed someone. Rather than feel guilt, Trimagasi blames the victim for being a, quote, illegal immigrant. He chose the pit over a mental health hospital, taking the Samurai Plus along.
¿No se cansa de hacer eso?
Es increíble. Cuanto más lo uso, más afilado está.
Number 5. The temperature punishment, the platform. When the platform of food arrives at their level, prisoners have 2 minutes to feast before it moves on to the level below.
¿Por qué ha hecho eso?
Para que se lo coman los de abajo.
¿Y si los de arriba hacen lo mismo?
Ya lo habrán hecho.
If they try to save something for later, they're punished. After Goring holds onto an apple, the temperature in the level increases.
Dentro de un minuto arderemos.
Sí, ¿por qué?
Por su culpa.
Trimagasi explains it'll either get hot or cold until the prisoner gives back what they took or they perish. In the Platform 2, we witness that punishment in full. After a fight between the Loyalists and Barbarians breaks out, a woman panics because items from the platform have fallen onto her level. Within seconds, the temperature increases so much that she's set ablaze. Number 4. Miharus Story, the platform. Early in the first movie, the platform descends with a woman riding down on top of it, Miharu. Trimagasi explains that she travels up and down the pit looking for her son.
Busca a su hijo.
¿Hay menores de edad en el hoyo?
She regularly kills her cellmates, hoping that she'll be paired up with her child instead. However, when Imogiri arrives, she tells Goring that it's not true.
No tiene padre, no tiene hijo.
Instead, Miharu is an actor who brought a ukulele as her object to emulate Marilyn Monroe from Some Like It Hot. The prequel reveals that Miharu was actually once part of the administration, helping to select children to place on level 333 to manipulate the inmates. Number 3. Disturbing confession, the platform. In the first film, Goring and Bahrat descend down the pit, armed with a panna cotta to send back up top as a message.
Tenéis que cuidar la panna cotta como si os fuera la vida en ello. La panna cotta es el mensaje.
On the way, they make people take fair shares using force. When they arrive at one particular level, they find a man ill in bed. As Goring feeds him, Bahrat tends to the cellmate. From out of nowhere, the cellmate tells his rescuer that he intends to murder the sick man and consume the meal inside him.
Le ahogaré con la almohada.
Come y no digas tonterías.
This chills the duo to the core, which takes a lot considering the violence they've witnessed. The callous cellmate returns in the prequel, snitching on Perampuan and Sahabat.
Les oí hablar de cosas importantes, pero ellas pensaban que dormía. Y no era así, porque yo sé que estar despierto es la mejor manera de saber cosas.
Number 2. Death by Platform, the Platform 2. The platform is the bringer of both life and death. Sustenance if you're lucky, and if you're not, hunger and even injury. In the first film, this threat is showcased when Goring is nearly struck by it.
Yo que usted me apartaría.
The prequel takes this even further. Sahabat details how she lost her arm when clashing with the Anointed One Dagan Babi, who used the platform to take her limb.
Decidió aplicarnos un castigo ejemplar por saltarnos la ley.
The sinister leader also tied her cellmate to the platform, to be consumed by lower-level prisoners. If that description wasn't enough for the audience, we see it in action when Perampuan's arm is removed the same way. Sahabat is then tied to the platform and sent down to her doom. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Waking up in terror, the platform. Imagine being in an environment where there's constant danger, but you've developed a warped comradeship with your cellmate.
Lo aprecio, Goren. No creo que sobreviva usted mucho tiempo, pero lo aprecio.
Then, when you wake up, your apparent friend has tied you to your bed and is detailing their plan to consume you.
El hambre desata la locura. Y en esos casos, es mejor comer que ser comido.
Well, that's what happens to Goring. Stuck all the way down on level 171, Trimagasi restrains Goring so that he'll have something to eat if no food makes it that far down. In a creepy montage, Trimagasi reads Goring's book and dances on the table. Finally, Trimagasi enacts his plan. However, before Trimagasi can do too much damage, Miharu arrives. Injured, starving, and livid, Goring finishes the job and makes a meal out of Trimagasi instead. Which Netflix movie do you want a sequel for? Let us know below. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.